Right, hello guys. In this video I will talk about something you will not hear about, which is the charging of the new Ioniq 38.3 kilowatt stunden. So I did this at a fastnet charger, a 350 kilowatt fastnet charger right outside of Amsterdam, and you see that immediately it gets okay speed, but we don't see that 70 kilowatt anymore or 60 kilowatt. It's just 40 kilowatt, and you might be wondering what the heck is going on. Why is it like this? Well, Hyundai, they unfortunately chose to use the 39 or the similar pack, this 39 pack from Kona, and it has lower voltage. So unfortunately, I didn't see the voltage. I used the OBD dongle, I used the Can Ioniq app, but it didn't report it correctly. So, but it's been said that the voltage on this pack is as low as 320 volt versus 360 to 400 on the bigger ones. But you see that because it's a 350 kilowatt fast charger, you actually hit 46 kilowatt there at peak. So that's good, but don't expect 47 kilowatt on a 50 kilowatt fast charger, because I'm guessing that the number of amps here is probably, well, I guess 100, maybe 130, 140 amp or something, the current, yeah. So that means that on these other 50 kilowatt fast chargers, you can only get 125 amp, and then you have to expect lower speed. So actually, according to the spec sheet, the 100 kilowatt fast charger will only be slightly faster to 80%, about 3 minutes faster, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I know you guys with the classic Ioniqs, the 28 kilowatt hour Ioniq, you'll be like, what the heck is going on? Why is it charging so slow? Well, it's just the design of the battery. Very, very sad, because the rest of the car is really good except for the charging speed. It ruins everything. But you see, it will actually get worse. So so far so good, and the range, well, okay, the range is now based on somewhat a typical highway driving around Amsterdam. I was cruising at around 120, 130 kilometers per hour. There, at 50%, it dropped so early. What the heck is going on now? Now we're charging at 35 kilowatt only. And yeah, I guess we can just sit and wait and see what happens, because it was face palm for me. It was what is going on here? I was sitting there for an hour to wait to charge, and the classic one wouldn't taper this fast. So I think, I haven't done the math, but I guess if we actually compare the old and the new one, you see that actually that would be that would almost make no sense to compare the old and the new. The new is just so much slower than the old one. So I don't even want to show you guys. You can find it I can link it in the description below to see how fast the old one charged in comparison. And yeah, even the old one, okay, you can say that, well, the new one has a bigger battery, well, but the old one is only about 30% less energy, so you can just charge to it charged really fast to about 80%, and then you can just go to the next one. But here it starts tapering so early, and now okay, here's the next one. Okay, what the heck, I haven't paid attention to it, but now it tapers even more. So I'm like, what only 20 kilowatt? I mean, we are now down to Leaf rapid gate speed here. This is almost embarrassing. I didn't expect it to be that slow. I mean, I heard about the numbers, but I thought, no, it can't be that bad. Well, it is actually. The burn. Now it's 15 kilowatt. Now it's slower than the new Leaf. The 62 kilowatt hour Leaf, when it was rapid gating really bad, I was still getting 19 kilowatt into the battery. Yeah. So what can you do with the new Ioniq then? Well, you can charge not past 70%, but it's still so damn slow that you don't want to charge to 80%, especially if you're in Norway, some other countries where you pay per minute. Then it's going to be really expensive. Yeah, then you should charge to 50-60% only. And then what is the point then? Because then you might as well buy the old Ioniq, because it charges faster to 80% or whatever, which is the same as 60 or whatever on this car, right? So it does make sense. And the new one is more expensive. Okay, it has slightly better equipment. You have, you know, LFA, which is better for oil steer. You have a bigger screen. You have actually liquid cooling rather than air-cooled battery. But, you know, who cares? Because, you know, why did people love the old Ioniq? Okay, I think it was mainly 2-3 reasons. One, the main reason was that it was very affordable. Okay, people didn't like me call it cheap. Yeah, okay, so let's call it inexpensive then. You know, Ioniq was very affordable. 2, Ioniq charged fast, and 3, Ioniq was very efficient. So the new Ioniq is still, well, you see, that's the problem. The new Ioniq is not that cheap anymore, or not that inexpensive anymore. Yeah, sorry, I stepped on some toes there. The new Ioniq does not charge fast anymore, but okay, it's still efficient. But you know, that's not enough to make this car awesome again. So they ruined the car. Let's be honest, they ruined the car. So too bad, such a shame. And you know, from what I heard, you cannot buy the old one anymore. They will stop making the 28 kilowatt hour. From now on, you can only buy the 38.3 kilowatt hours. So what should you do? And if you consider the new Ioniq, I would say get the old one. It's okay. You have slightly lower equipment, but still, you know, they haven't really changed that much with the new Ioniq. I'll get to 90%. I just charge. I always do that, and I charge at 90%. It was so slow. It was so embarrassing how slow it was. And even the old Ioniq could stay steadily at 22, 23 kilowatt all the way to 94%. But the new one is just so slow. So, you know, I recently did the 1,000 kilometer challenge with the old Ioniq, and it finished within about 12 hours. And then in comparison, the Leaf 62 kilowatt hour Leaf finished in 15.5 hours. So that's about 3.5 hours slower. But I actually expected the new Ioniq would do 1,000 kilometers in, well, I haven't calculated, but just wild guess, 14 hours or something, 13, 14 hours. Yeah, I think my strategy, if I would do it, would be to charge to about 50-60%. I mean, I would still get okay speed, and then I can just charge a bit more and more often. But you see, I don't get 65 kilowatts. So the old Ioniq will most likely beat the new one, and that is not improvement, you know. It's yeah. So I don't know, you guys have seen it now. You guys have seen the graph and stuff. So my recommendation is buy a second-hand old Ioniq and keep it as long as you dare to keep it, because I think the value on the second-hand classic Ioniqs will still be somewhat there. And then I guess people who don't know about this video, or who don't know, they will buy the new one. Or maybe if they don't care, they don't drive too far, then they will just want the newest, and they don't care too much about charging speed and stuff. So yeah, so I think that's it. Yes, by the way, I'm sitting in the Mercedes EQC, if you're wondering. Yeah. So anyway, I think that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.